Lindsay, and this is Dishwater Dreams, and it is once again late at night. It seems like every time I have a chance to actually sit down and film, it is late at night, and I've already been through the entire day. I've been to work, we've been to karate, been over at my parents' house, so it's now like 10 o'clock at night, so there you have it. This is what my makeup looks like at the end of the day, except for I did refresh my lipstick and my nose is a little shiny, I guess. But today I'm going to be comparing two different under eye setting powders. I've got the Laura Mercier under eye setting powder and the e.l.f. high definition under eye setting powder. This one is actually called the Secret Brightening Powder. So this is an HD and this is a brightening. This one is about $20. This one is $3. I'm going to start with the Laura Mercier. This is a really, good sized pot. You can tell that it's, it's a nice size. And what you get in this pot, and I'm not going to tilt it very far because the product will go everywhere. But what you get in this pot, there you go, is you've got these little perforations at the top and the powder comes out. And usually what I do is I just tap a little bit, and let's see, find my brush here. I use this Real Techniques brush for both powders actually, and it is a deluxe crease brush. And what you do is you just tap a little bit into the pot, tap it off, and then you tap it under your eyes after you've put on your correctors or your concealers or anything that you're going to put on your under eye area. So you would just tap it on just like this and kind of down to everywhere that you have your concealer. And then I usually get right up here in the corners too. With the Laura Mercier, usually what I do is I put a little bit in the lid and then dump the rest back into the pot. I've been using this for a while, and this one little pot will last you for a really, really long time. And I'll just kind of show you what the powder looks like. It's just a white powder, and this does have a, if I kind of turn my finger there, you can see the little bits of sparkle that appear. So it definitely does give a little bit of brightening. It really does help as far as actually setting the concealer underneath your eyes. Ever since I started using an under eye setting powder, I really have had a whole lot less problem with my eyeliner actually running down into creases or my concealer actually settling into lines there. And actually you can see that my concealer, although not working amazingly well at this point, you can see that my eye makeup hasn't really run, and it's not really settling in. And again, it's about 10 o'clock at night, and I put my makeup on about 7 o'clock this morning. So this has had a very, very long run for the concealer, longer than I would usually have. So the Laura Mercier is a good product. It is a product that I would recommend, and I really do like the product. In fact, I use it quite often. Now the e.l.f. high definition under eye setting powder comes in a much smaller pot, so you can see sort of the difference in sizes there. But this one is $3. And you can get it at eyeslipsface.com, or you can get it at Target or Walmart. I have seen them at Walmart. The Laura Mercier is Sephora, or online at Sephora.com. So when you open up the e.l.f. powder, you've got, block that light there, again you've got the little perforations there to let the product come out, and you've got a little space in the lid, so you can just tap a little bit of that product into the lid. I actually use the exact same brush for both of these products, and you use it the exact same way. You just tap that underneath your eye. The main difference between the e.l.f. powder and the Laura Mercier powder, other than price, is that the e.l.f. powder has a lot more sparkle to it. So you can see as I'm moving my finger around there, there is a lot more sparkle to this product. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but when you use this product, and I'm just going to kind of put a little bit on here so you can see, a little bit. You actually get, well, you can't really see it very well unless I'm turning my head, but you actually can see those little sparkles in there. So this is a bit more of a shimmer. It definitely has a glittery look to it. Now, it's not something that you're going to be like, oh, I'm wearing glitter under my eyes. No, it's more kind of like when you're turning your head in the light, you might just catch a glimpse here and there. That does fade pretty fast, so after a couple hours you're not really seeing those little glints anymore, but it does still set your under eye with your concealer, or whatever it is that you're putting under your eye. It still does set it. So that is really the main difference. I do like the e.l.f. product. Again, this is a product that I would recommend. Between the two, this is what I would say. If you have the money and you just want a higher end product and more product, then I would go with the Laura Mercier. This is 0.14 ounces, and I don't actually, the e.l.f. doesn't actually say how much it is. So this is actually going to last you a really, really long time for the 20 bucks. This is $3. It is still going to last you a very long time. I prefer the Laura Mercier, and the only reason is because I think that this gives me a little bit too much sparkle under my eyes, and I like the little bit more of a mattifying powder. Again, this is a brightening and this is an HD. So I prefer the Laura Mercier. However, if I could not afford the Laura Mercier, I would get the e.l.f. And I do use the e.l.f. actually quite a bit, but I tend to use the e.l.f. more on the weekends when a little bit of an extra shimmer is going to be okay, and I tend to use the Laura Mercier more when I'm going to go to work. So both are fantastic products. I would recommend both of them. Neither of them are a miss. Either product is going to do what you want. I do think that the Laura Mercier lasts a little bit longer. I do tend to have very, very long days at times. Like I said, I put my makeup on, and my cat is over here playing with the necklaces, so I apologize. But I do tend to have very, very long days. I'll put my makeup on at 7 o'clock in the morning, and often I am not home until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, so my makeup really has to last. The Laura Mercier will generally last me most of that time. The Laura Mercier will probably last me until about 7 or 8 before I start to notice that I don't have quite as good of a hold on the foundation or the concealer underneath my eyes. The e.l.f. will last me a full day at work, but it doesn't last me a whole lot longer than that. So I would say that the Laura Mercier is probably a 12-hour, and the e.l.f. is probably an 8 to 10 hour. So depending on how long your days are, that might affect which product that you want to get. But my final verdict is that both of these products are very, very good. I would consider the e.l.f. to be a satisfying dupe for the Laura Mercier, but I am going to put the Laura Mercier slightly above the e.l.f. because it doesn't have as many of those sparkly flecks, and because it tends to last just a little bit longer. Have you tried either of these products? If you have, leave me a comment and let me know. I will be having an e.l.f. giveaway very soon, so stay tuned for that. Keep watching videos because you never know when that might pop up. Thanks for watching today. Bye!